So let's understand IELTS writing to just to conclusion, how to write a conclusion. So the conclusion is the easiest part, paragraph, you can say that, to write, because in many ways you are just using ideas that you have already mentioned in your introduction and the main body paragraphs. However, this is the last thing the examiner will read, and it is therefore crucial that you finish it strongly. You will probably not have much time remaining when you are writing your conclusion, so it is very important that you have practice it and learn how to write them effectively. So I will show you how. So these are the quick tips about writing your conclusion. Never write any new ideas in your conclusion. So this is the first most important thing that you need to consider, that you should never write any new ideas in your conclusion. A conclusion should always simply restate the ideas that you have already used in your body paragraphs. So new ideas should be in your main body paragraphs only, not in the conclusion. The next tip is here, make sure you answer the question in the conclusion. For example, the question is asking about your opinion, then you have to give your opinion in the conclusion. Or if the question is asking you about to tell whether the advantages are more or the disadvantages are more, then you have to just clearly state that. So the main purpose of your conclusion is just to simply answer your question in one single sentence or just within 2 to 3 sentences. So the conclusion should state what you think about the question and make it clear how you feel about the issue. Vary your language just because you are restating the ideas you have in the rest of your essay doesn't mean you use the same language. Instead, you show the examiner you have a wide vocabulary by paraphrasing. What does that mean? It means if you are repeating the same words that you are using in your main body paragraphs to write the same information, then you may not get that much marks. So, but if you can paraphrase those keywords, those topic sentence words, then the examiner may come to know that you have a wide range of vocabulary and you can easily paraphrase. Do not try to include everything that you have used in your essay. You are not required to go into detail. You have already done that in your main body paragraph. So you don't have to explain everything. You don't have to include any examples, or instead you just summarize your main points. So what you have written in the main body paragraphs, just simply state that. For example, if you are talking about that online shopping is saving you money and time, then you just simply state that. But in the body paragraphs, you have to explain that how that online shopping is saving you time and money. But in your conclusion, you just have to simply write that it saves you amount money and your time. So always write one. It is very difficult to get a good score in task 2 if you haven't finished your essay and if you do not write your conclusion. So make sure you have enough time to write your conclusion after completing your essay, and it is very important to write. So even if you are running out of time, make sure at least you write 1 to 2 sentences and summarize what you have written. In general cases, 2 sentences are enough, 2 to 3 sentences are enough, and if they are the complex ones, then you are more likely to write about 40 words in average. So some people say that you can use these kind of language in a nutshell, in general, in conclusion, to conclude, finally. So what I think is finally isn't really suitable because it indicates that you are making a final point. We use it when you are making a final point. Therefore, a new idea finally belongs to the main body paragraph of your essay, not your conclusion. And in a nutshell, it's very informal. Some of the teachers say that you should write it, but I don't recommend using it. So in general, tells the reader about that you are going to talk about in general about the topic. This is not what the conclusion should be, and therefore we should not use it. In conclusion and to conclude, these are the two words that you must use in your essay. So these are the only two linking phrases that you should use to start your conclusion and then tell the examiner, the reader, exactly that this is the conclusion of your essay. So, how to write a good conclusion? Restating the main points of your essay and varying your vocabulary. So, these are the two key points over here. Restating the main points of your essay and varying your vocabulary by paraphrasing it. So let's look at some examples. For example, do you agree or disagree? Give your opinion. And this is a task about practical skills such as money management should be taught in high school. Do you agree or disagree? Give your opinion and real life examples. This is the introduction. It is argued that some students should be taught real life skills like how to look after money. This essay agrees that they should be part of the curriculum. The essay will first discuss how everyday competencies benefit people later in life, and then talk about the dangers of not being taught how to manage money at an early age. So this is your introduction. These are the keywords that you are using in this, and then after that, paraphrasing the question, stating my opinion, and outlining what I talked about in the rest of the essay. So this is the introduction. Here, conclusion it is. So here is the conclusion. In conclusion, this essay supports the idea that teenagers ought to be taught functional subjects like financial planning because it helps them in adulthood, and a lack of education related to these topics can have serious consequences. So all I have done is restate my opinion and included my main supporting points. However, I have not simply copied the word, I have used synonyms, you can see, and paraphrasing to vary my language. So you can check it, and by pausing the video you can also match the keywords, how they are differentiating here. So these are the paraphrasing that I have used. This essay supports, this essay agrees, should, out to, students, teenagers, functional subjects, real life skills, look after money, financial planning, later in life, adulthood, dangers, serious consequences. So these are the paraphrasing, and these are the synonym words that I have used. You don't need to paraphrase every single word. Just do as much as possible. At least if your score target is nearly 7. If you are targeting for 9 bands, then you have to do that. Then you have to change as many as words as you can. So this is another example. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Modern technology has a big impact on our environment. Some say that people should adopt a simple lifestyle to solve this problem, while others argue that technology itself should provide a solution. So these are the 2 points, 2 views, and the examiner is asking you to write your opinion as well and discuss both these views. So this is the introduction. Contemporary advances has a serious effect on the planet. While I appreciate that critics may hope that people will shun the latest development, I believe that technology itself can give us an answer. This essay will first discuss how not using electronics is unfeasible, followed by a discussion of how science is now coming up with ways to reverse global warming and pollution. So just paraphrase the question, states opinion, and outline what the essay will discuss. These are the introduction points. So this is a conclusion that this essay acknowledges that technological progress does jeopardize the planet by cutting edge discoveries can actually halt and even heal this destruction. So you can also write about according to me, in my opinion, in that way, which is also accurate. This is not inappropriate because the examiner is asking you to tell your opinion. What do you think about that? So you can say that, but in a formal way, not in an informal way. I believe you can say that. In my opinion, you can write in that way as well. So adding a prediction or recommendation is totally just optional. It is not necessary, so I don't recommend my students to write it. However, there are some sample answers of examiners. They sometimes add this. So I hope you can understand this, how to write a good conclusion, an effective conclusion. So if you have any questions, you can just reach out. Thank you.